Alright, welcome back. In this video we're going to have a little look at lives, and it's going to be a short one, just to keep things on the ball. Alright, so in our last tutorial we added in water and we got our respawn working, and we did write the variable for lives, but we didn't actually do anything with it. So we're just going to look at the player for a second, and you can actually see down the bottom here we got lives, and we got 3 of them. So we should probably do something with them, and we're going to go into our code on our first person controller. Other comments I got was this text is a little bit small, so I'm going to endeavor to remember to zoom in on my text. I'm used to typing with size 12 font text. It's pretty easy to see on a big screen, but some of you might be having this slightly half windowed to be able to type in at the same time, or just having a little bit of a struggle with it and seeing it. So I'll just make sure I zoom in a bit more and get that going. So at the top of our code we have our variable, and it's serialized field, so that's why it shows up in our list on our Unity player. But we actually didn't do anything with it. We didn't decrease it when we hit water, because that was our respawn. Hit water, we drown, you lose a life. So we're going to scroll down the bottom here to back down into our collider on controller collider hit. That's a mouthful, isn't it? And we're going to go back inside our if statement. So it's actually just a really simple thing. So m underscore lives, or let it autofill, and then we're going to go minus. There we go. What that does, what does minus mean? In maths it would mean positive, but it's programming, so it's not quite the same. Negative and negative next to each other in front of a variable. It has to be a variable that's like an integer, really is the best one to use it on, because you're taking away exactly 1 from it. So integer is good to use with this. So lives with a negative next to it means it's going to reduce it by 1, whatever it is, by 1. So each time we collide with the water, we'll get our lives reduced by 1. That's as simple as it is. We haven't written anything in about if we get 0 lives. That we'll have to program in a bit later, because that will require resetting a few things. So if you run out of lives completely, it restarts the level entirely, versus just respawning back to the start of the level. Means we don't have to go back and collect things. If we run out of lives, then we probably need it so that it resets all the things we've collected in our game and the progress that we've got in that level, and that takes a little bit more effort. So just go ahead and save that bit, go back into our Unity project, and as you can see, I clicked on my player deliberately here so we can see the lives, and I'm just going to jump off the edge a couple of times. Hopefully there's no errors. If there's an error, just check your code, and there we go. Our lives just went down to 2. And if I jump off the edge again, oh, where's my water? Over here, jump off the edge, bang, 1 life, do it another time, get down to 0, and you'll see if I keep doing this, it'll just go negative each time, and eventually we're at 0, and now we're at -1, and it will just keep going down, because every time we hit that plane, we're going to subtract 1 from our variable. So that was a really quick video just to get that lives variable. Someone mentioned to me that we hadn't done anything with that lives variable, and hopefully it's a little bit easier to read that text. So I'll just go back to the text, so you can pause it if you need to catch up on any of the code. I can zoom in a little bit more. So we just added this in, so have a look at that. Make sure all that code's correct. I'll just leave it there for a second just so you can pause it. Alright, now we're going to move back up to the top. We added in a variable here on line 30. Hopefully that makes it a little bit easier to see that variable. It's a serialized field, private integer m lives equal to 3, so we set them equal to 3. And then line 37, we added in a line here, and it was our m start point that we set to just 0 to begin with, just to initialize it. So have a read of that one, get that one in, and then when in our start we just added this line here that got the game object's current location and set it to our start point. So every time we start it up, we know where the start point is of our character, and that way we know where to respawn back to. So I'll make sure that I'll get the text nice and big for you so that it's a bit easier to read, and in the next tutorial we will start looking at some of those collectible coins. Alright, thanks for watching.